This full month, Nithyananda Sangha all over the world. The other day I was seeing, we have officially presence in more than 50 countries. As devotees, group of devotees, we have presence in 100 countries. All over the world, we are going to celebrate this whole month for Global Peace Month. Impacting global peace. All of us this whole month will live completion and do samskara dahana kriya. Means burning the patterns which separates us from others. Burning the patterns which are constantly keeping us in a superficial level. All over the world, we will be doing samskara dahana kriya, burning our patterns and leading us to more and more completion. And we also have special 3 Nitya Dhyana Yoga program teaching people science of completion and facilitating samskara dahana kriya. This month, 20th, 21st and 22nd, this whole month, all over the world, all our temples, ashrams, centers, yoga centers, schools, colleges, universities should do samskara dahana kriya, should do the practice of burning all the incompletions and patterns which leads to conflicts, bringing more and more peace inside us and outside us, spreading peace. This whole month, let's impact global peace. Let us really contribute to the global peace, not just talking about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not just talking about it. Let's do it. Even if you teach the samskara dahana kriya to 50 people in each area, each place where we have centers, ashrams, temples, two-way centers, yoga centers, even 50 people, each Tanidar teaches, enrich science. The amount of suffering and reduction can contribute so much to the world. Please understand. One positive person can burn millions people negativity. Experientially, with evidence we proved, one positive person has already burnt at least 20 million people's negativity in last 10 years and brought peace. So each one of you, if you stand up as one positive being, one authentic, responsible, enriching being, I tell you, we can do so much to the world. It will be better place than the time we entered. When we leave, it should be better place. That's all. When we leave the earth, it should be better place. So understand, inner peace is your birthright. Go to the depths of your being bring more and more completion into you, completion with others, and start living Advaita. Today in the Inner Awakening session, it's all about completion with others. So last 6 days, literally, you worked so much, one by one by one by one by one, layer by layer by layer by layer. The completion with yourself. Now comes completion with others. Today, we are starting the science of completion with others. It's one of the most powerful science. Does so much to human beings, not just healing their relationships, even inside their consciousness, this inner space, so much of good is done. So much of awakening is done. See, when you have completed with others, the kind of strength you feel is the power of Advaita, strength of Advaita. Today the Inner Awakening sessions are all about completion with others. We have long session today working on completing with others. So with this, because today we have a long session with Inner Awakening,
social answer means I'll tell, oh, you should all work for global peace. You should all work for turning the world. You should work for revolution. You should work for all these, that things. You should vote only the party which says that it will stop the war and all these things. This is the social answer. Nonsense. If you want the honest answer, I tell you, simply transform yourself. You can't do anything. If at all you can do, you would have done it. Be honest. If you can do, you would have done it. You are raising this question because you are not able to do. Am I right? So let us be very clear. Let us be honest. We are not able to do. Socially. That's the truth. That's the reason you are sitting here and raising the question. I tell you, understand few important things. There are a lot more attached to this question. There are many things which we always feel the present is the world is totally spoiled. It is not going according to rules or how it is supposed to be. It was wonderful once upon a time. In ancient time, things were going properly. Everything was well. And I tell you, 10,000 years ago, they found some writings on stone in Harappa Mohenjo-daro culture. Some stone writings have been discovered. The other day I read a beautiful book about that stone writings. That writings, it says, oh, nowadays the society is not as it should be. So much of war, there is no peace. In the early times, there was so much of peace. Society was really great. Things were as it should be. And it almost looks like a today newspaper editorial. 10,000 years ago, the same thing carved on a stone. Then understand, there was no such time as only good prevailed. It is just a fantasy. Hinduism, they call it Satya Yuga, the age of truth. There was a time only truth prevailed. And every religion, Christianity, they say the Garden of Adam Eve. There was a time everything was wonderful. Every religion has got the fantasy. The past was great. There was golden past. Always the idea of golden past exists only in the past. The more you go back, again you say the past was great. And I tell you one thing, it is a wonderful way of postponing the accepting the reality. Otherwise, I can be sure the world was same as it is today. Whether it is 5,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. Maybe one thing, there was no CNN channel that time. So the news did not reach you so quickly. That's all. The news did not reach you so quickly. That may be the only difference. But otherwise I can be sure the good and the bad was equal. Good and the bad was equal. The same amount of wars were there. All the other things were there. If you read the Puranas, the mythological stories of India, you see enough of things. Enough of dirty things. I think sometimes I find little more. And if you read completely the Puranas or the Hindu scriptures, there are a lot of things much worse than modern day. The criminal activities or bad things or negative things, whatever you say, all this stuff. And never think only present day is corrupted or violent. In the ancient days also, all these things were there. Only one thing was not there, the CNN news or the internet. So the news did not reach you. But otherwise I can tell you, enough the good and bad was there. It always will exist. It will exist. All you can do is, if you awaken yourself, if you reach the enlightenment state, you can go beyond it. And I tell you, enlightenment is the only service you can do to the society. Just become enlightened so that you will reduce the negativity. Now, as of now, you are also the part of negative group. Naturally, we will be a negative group. As long as we are unenlightened, we will be the part of collective negative consciousness. So if you become enlightened, at least you will reduce your weight. That's the only thing we can do. Nothing else can be done. So all I request you to do is just become enlightened. Realize that you are a lion. That's the only way to help yourself and the society. Otherwise, all revolutions, you see, all revolution again end up as one more tradition. In last years, 3,000 wars have happened in the humanity. In 2,000 years, 3,000 wars. Human beings have not done anything except doing wars, except fighting. Everybody claims he wants to do revolution. He wants to spread peace. You see, every country claims their army is a defensive army. Then who is offending? Tell me. Every country says defensive army. Then who is offending? These are all just, games. The idea of peace is a pure. Everybody wants to spread the peace according to them, not according to the other person. They want peace according to them. The other day I was in one interreligious gathering. One guy is preaching, let all of you convert to my religion so that we will not have fight. He wants peace the way in which he wanted, not the way in which. And there's a beautiful saying, the sword of Muhammad, it is written, peace alone should survive, something like that. He has written some statement about the peace and the sword. We all take sword to spread the peace. So no revolution is going to help, because in last 2,000 years, 3,000 revolutions have happened, but still world is same. I think much worse. So no revolution is going to help. Only individual evolution is going to help. So be very clear. Instead of working in the outer world, start working in the inner world. That will help you and society some way.
Listen carefully. The space of Shanti, the space of Shanti is where Kailasa grows. Listen carefully. It is in the deep powerfulness of peace, or peace-centered powerfulness is the ground, breeding ground for Paramashivatva to manifest. Please understand. Like how pure mirror reflects everything, pure Shanti-based Shakti, peace-based powerfulness reflects Paramashiva. Paramashiva manifests in peace-based powerfulness. Please understand. Neither violence nor powerlessness. Powerlessness is weakness. Violence is abusive. Peace-centered powerfulness. Powerfulness-centered peace. All the Upanishads starts with peace, completes with peace. Shanti mantra starts with Shanti mantra, gets completed with Shanti mantra. Peace-based powerfulness is a fundamental requirement for Paramashivatva to manifest. That is why people who don't want us to manifest Paramashivatva or power manifestation do not want to allow the peace in our life, or do not want peace in our campus. Understand? But only if you are peaceful, which cannot be shaken even by the demons and devils and rakshasas, we can be in eternal peace. So, remember this very clearly. Peace alters the very DNA structure, genetic structure, the core Anu Mahat structure. Understand? Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. The consciousness in you is atom inside the atom, Mahat, more than Mahat. That Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. That consciousness starts growing in you with more and more peace-based powerfulness developing in you. Nothing can be compared to unclutching. Spend more and more time in unclutching. It will never be wasted. Time spent on unclutching is the most time for you in your life, because unclutching completely makes you altogether a different material. Understand? It makes your very biomemory, muscle memory, core structure, molecular structure, genetic structure, DNA structure, everything. All the 8 energy flow circuits, 7 energy flows, 1, the pure conscious explosion, So totally 8 energy flow circuits exist in you. All the 8 explodes when you unclutch. Understand? Unclutching is the space of Sri Kailasa. Listen. Every chanting, every prayer in Hinduism ends with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti 3 times. Means peace, peace, peace. Hinduism is the real religion. Loving peace, living peace. Individual level, social level. Understand? Hinduism lasts all its 56 nations, 200 states, 10,000 kingdoms, samsthanas, is not a loss to Hinduism, it is a loss to planet Earth, human beings. Wherever Hinduism is practiced, kept alive, the ideal of global peace is kept. Just do this one simple statistics. You yourself study. Google and study. Take the top 10 religions and list how many people they converted in last 200 years, how many people they killed. List for each religion. I can be 200. You yourself will realize Hinduism is the most peace-loving and peace-living religion, neither conversion nor terrorism. Neither conversion nor terrorism. Being the supreme point of the most peace-loving, peace-living religion, I give you all my blessings on this International Peace Day. Understand? It is we Hindus need to keep the global peace as a living possibility, and we need to make this global peace as reality. Just talking about global peace will not work. Working for global peace only is the responsibility of the real living Hindu. Anyone who wants to claim themselves as a Hindu or practicing Hindu should work for global peace.
Now, let us understand the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism contributions towards the global peace. The sovereign order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora, are working for global peace and to give a super consciousness breakthrough to humanity. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's mission to revive a conscious world where the global issues at the climate, economic, social, health, and humanitarian levels cease to exist from their very root, turning the problems of poverty, hunger, violence, discrimination into powerful living through the experience of oneness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working from the very grassroots level to usher in an era of peace at all levels, individual, societal, national, and global. His deep insights into the workings of the human mind, body, emotions have enabled him to powerfully and directly address various social and emotional problems facing humanity today. Some of the ways the Supreme Pontiff of spiritual solution to combat the pandemic and other issues through the Paramashivoham program, bringing the super consciousness breakthrough to the whole humanity by starting the Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yajna and contributing almost 3 million minutes now. Paramashiva Sankalpa chanting, the sacred mantra chanting to heal 24/7 via Zoom sessions. Spiritual healing to one and all 24/7. Helping humanity to cope with insecurity, fear, disease by empowering individuals and learn to cope up with emotions like depression and tough situations and relationships. Providing alternative solutions to world problems through power manifestation. Initiating thousands every day into manifesting innate superhuman capabilities in Kailash Courtyard sessions, providing healthy solutions like a technique to clear the stomach from the Ayurveda solutions, which clarity out to the establishing communities. Continuing and intensifying the service of Annadan, deep feeling connection, yoga, puja, vegetarian diet, and nidahara samyama. The life solutions based on the ancient Hindu tradition, the meditation and yoga techniques from the scriptures, the cognitions rooted in the highest truth, the lifestyle based on living and radiating the higher values of life, and powerful way of living and realizing one's ultimate potential form the foundation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's teachings, which by their inherent nature provide the foundation for peace on planet Earth. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has launched Minutes for Peace initiative, which aim to reduce crime globally by conducting mass meditations around the world in parallel. The launched in 2014, just after 22 years of launching the program, it crossed over 1 billion minutes of meditation. Now, the total count comes out to be a staggering 400 for peace so far. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has hosted Kumbh Mela USA in Los Angeles since 2007 and still continuing every year. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiated thousands into sannyas. Sannyas is our social responsibility. Let us save Hinduism and humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revitalized the monastic tradition of sannyas by initiating hundreds and thousands of people into the Nithyananda monastic order. The all-renouncing monks contribute to the best to human civilization, living their life with the cognition that life is for others. These monks and nuns act as the harbingers of peace and empowerment for the human society distraught with violence, depression, and other forms of life negativity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also revived the ancient practice of embarking on pilgrimages, the spiritual journeys, setting the right context, reviving the right context. Under the Red Om, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the Annalayas, the free food donation centers at the Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies worldwide and served over 405 billion free meals so far. Giving free food to all the citizens is the economic policy of Kailasa, deriving the reference from Vedas and Agamas. Recently, under the humanitarian initiative launched by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is the opening of Kailasa's COVID care protection centers in India, where the monastic campuses have been turned into a multi-layer quarantine facility to safeguard the inmates against any possible point of contact with the outer world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened this service free to all, regardless of any differences in age, gender, caste, creed, ethnicity, color, or socio-economic status. Food, shelter, internet, and all basic facilities, including medical care are provided at these COVID care centers, free of cost and for an indefinite period. The outcome has been splendid. zero infection rate so far among the participants, a feat not achieved anywhere else in the world, let alone in India. This response model of handling the COVID-19 pandemic at a community level, along with the guidelines and recommendations for governments, the United Nations as well. Now you can see some of the glimpses of the participants of the COVID care program offered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are enjoying a healthy, blissful spiritual lifestyle in multi-layered protection. They enjoy the stress-free time, following a spiritual morning routine, doing yoga, doing puja, and temple sevas, khara sevas, festivals, and enjoying the life with the joy, peace, and bliss, and having the conscious breakthrough while protecting from this pandemic. So join the Kailasa's COVID Care Protection Center. Register now through the link below with https://kailasa.org/kailasa care. The link again, https://kailasa.org/kailasa care. With this, let's move on to the next part of our program. After a very short break, so please sit straight and inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Sit with the space of gratitude. And with that space of gratitude, chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Continue to chant the Mahavakya to receive the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, high awakened response, alive response for life continuous. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. You will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working since it will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home, without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually, prosperity. Will happen to the whole planet here. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I'll reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashian.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. You will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years.
Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvātītham Gaganasadusham Tappamasyādilaksham Ekham Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Bhakshibhutam Bhavatītham Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namah. Nithyanandam, welcome to all the viewers who are joining us from all over the world today for this very special Sundareshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. We hope all of you enjoy the Devi Darshan from this morning. And now we get a double dose with Bhagavan Sundareshwara gracing us today. And let us understand first, who is Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashivam? Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sayuj. First, let's understand what is the Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sayuj Samadhi Darshan. This is when the manifestation of the superconscious experience of the Shiva Sayuja Samadhi Darshan through the Darshan of Iriyanath Bhagavan Sundareshwara. So let us get ready for the rare, unique, powerful initiation into the God equation to make human beings into multiverse species by Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashiva. And let's listen to Bhagavan Sundareshwara describing himself.
Shave, shave, shave. Paramashiva, I will manifest the physics of my existence. Cognize this in your Hridaya Akasha, in the Gandha. You will experience my existence. Sundareshwara Paramashiva. The countless, uncountable, by any visualized, assumed mathematics, Brahmandas manifest in me, exist in me, get rejuvenated in me, get deluded inside me, gets liberated inside me. For all the countless Brahmandas to exist, to get created, to get sustained, to get rejuvenated, to get deluded, to get liberated. I am the space.
So now that we've understood about the Sundareshwara Sayuja Samadhi Darshan, let us understand what is happening in the world today. It is not just that we've been experiencing this global pandemic, but even we've experienced so many natural disasters over the past 2 years, whether it's floods, fires, or storms. We've experienced so many natural disasters, and this is due to the climate change. And according to the United Nations, a new scientific report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that we are on a crash course towards catastrophe if global temperatures are allowed to continue rising, and the window to slow or even halt some of these worsening impacts is rapidly closing, and the message is very clear. We must take action now. And there is a significant difference between if the global warming rises from 1.5 degrees Celsius versus 2 degrees Celsius. Just that 0.5 degrees Celsius will cause so much more catastrophes across the globe.
In 2019, fire was spreading throughout our planet, quite literally, in places like Australia and the Amazon basin, where forest blazes, supercharged by climate change, wreaked havoc. In other places, mass protests flared up, fueled by a combination of job insecurity, growing inequalities, and discontent with the current economic, social, and environmental status quo. The economy has slowed down globally, stifled by trade tensions and political uncertainty. The little growth we have had has failed to reach those who need it the most. Progress towards higher living standards has stalled for many countries and vulnerable groups of people. This has only deepened inequalities which were already growing in many countries, spurred on by automation, climate change, and other global trends.
So, of course, along with the natural disasters, so many calamities we've been experiencing, pandemic, and even a epidemic of depression and mental health issues, as the suffering of humanity has been devastating the population across the globe. We've seen people falling into poverty over the last 2 years. And according to the World Health Organization, the total number of cases globally for COVID-19 is around 221 million till date. And Healthline.com states that new COVID-19 cases have risen to more than 150,000 per day in the United States alone. Experts warn that with emerging variants, this could lead to another surge in cases. So despite so many efforts being taken to reduce the rates of infection, to protect people, to quarantine, various lockdowns, etc., so many measures have been taken. But unfortunately, we've not seen the numbers of cases coming down, and we've seen more and more people getting infected, dying from this deadly deadly pandemic. And we've also seen so many people suffering from mental health issues due to all of the suffering that is going on around the world. And it is at this time Bhagavan Sundareshwara has come down to earth with the extreme compassion for humanity. He states, "O bound souls, listen intensely. Your impossibility and irresponsibility made you surrender yourself to the delusion. Cognize the ultimate truth. Sundareshwara Paramashiva, I exist. Sundareshwara Paramashiva, I exist. The moment you remember me, call me. I am here for you." Irina Sundareshwara Paramashiva is the greatest and most unique manifestation of Paramashiva as a complete manifestation. And he assumes the physical, subtle, light bodies as and when he wants, plays with all the physical realities, and corrects, alters, intervenes, influences, changes, adds, removes, deletes anything in this physical plane as he likes, without even a reason, just for fun. We can go to the previous slide, please. Sometimes they manifest as Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, as two bodies and one being, sometimes as both in one body. That's the reason all his manifestations and plays are called Trivilayadal, the Leelas of Bhagavan Sundareshwara. And due to his causeless and limitless compassion, Irina Sundareshwara Paramashiva Parampurul is manifesting in all his glory as the Purnavatara through this being, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, as Nijavatara. Sundareshwara Paramashiva himself has come down again in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as Swamiji, just to continue his legacy and his Leelas. And when you witness the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, your neurons mirror that of the avatar. The mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, our entire body, silently and without movement, recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. As an effect of the mirroring neurons, all the powerful cognitions and powers of Bhagavan Sundareshwara are mirrored inside of you. So Bhagavan Sundareshwara revealed about the God equation. Exhale intensely. Whatever you have, Paramashiva will inhale in you. This is the God equation. And Supreme Pontiff describes, nothing is more powerful than power manifestation science. It is the most exciting spiritual science. When you decide to manifest powers again and again and again, you know Paramashiva is within you and he is manifesting. You fall in love with Paramashiva every minute. If he manifests, you know he is real and he is manifesting. Even if you don't manifest, what you decide, you will manifest the jnana and the vijnana, the knowledge and the understanding. The possibilities and powers of Paramashiva will manifest in all of you today. So first, let us understand who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is manifesting Bhagavan Sundareshwara for us. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Maha Sanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the 293rd Jagat Guru Maha Sanidhanam of the Kailasvanita Shamala Pita Sarvajna Vitam, and is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient enlightened new civilizational nation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for humanity. The Supreme Pontiff, as the 233rd Guru Maha Sanidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajapita, the Tonde Mandala Atmanam, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Strangi Samrajyam, is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Maha Sanidhanam of the Kailasvanita Shamala Pita Sarvajapita, is the present Mahamandaleshwara, the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being ordained as the 233rd Guru Maha Sanidhanam at just the age of 9. And you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inaugurating the deities of the Suryavamshi Srangi Samrajyam, where he is the incumbent emperor. And here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being coronated as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Srangi Samrajyam. And here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being coronated as the 293rd Jagat Guru Maha Sanidhanam of the Kailasvanita Shamala Pita Sarvajapita, the very kingdom, the ecosystem, the enlightenment ecosystem of Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Sundareshwara. And you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being coronated as the Mahamandaleshwara of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwara of the Atalakada, the ancient apex body of Hinduism, is the present 23rd Guru Maha Sanidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Svargapura Adinam, the very kingdom of Bhagavan Mahaganapati, and has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being commended by all his other various gurus and other leaders of Hinduism. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses delivered, has enriched and reached over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures such as the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and many more. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, is a reviver of over 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, Rudrairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the world's largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, with satellite campuses in 150 countries. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sadhvanyapitas, and is the collector of the world's largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has spiritual de facto embassies of Kailasa all over the globe. This includes 22 Hindu universities, 186 extended campuses of NHU, 242 Nithyananda Gurukuls, 22 Nithyananda Nyanalayas, 38 temple monastery complexes, over 2,000 Paramashivasena shakhas, over 1,800 19 kingdoms or Sarvajnapitas, 25 e-Kailasas, 100 ASP centers, 120 temples, 5,300 plus healing centers, 22 food banks, 12 animal shelters, 34 satsang temples, 418 Paduka mandirs, over 2,100 satsang centers. So these are just a few of the various initiatives, spiritual de facto embassies that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created to enrich and enreach people across the globe. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has done various peace walks and has covered over 100,000 kilometers and has given the gift of the science of healing to over 2 million people across the human settlements thus far. You can see just a few of the different yatras or peace walks that have been conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over the last 2 decades. You can see the Padayatras, the Vijaya Yatra, the Bali Yatra, so many yatras the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has conducted across the globe in order to enrich and enreach people from various walks of life. Bhagavan Sundareshwara, Irina Sundareshwara Paramashiv Parampur, is the manifestation of the beauty of the cosmos in flesh and bone. Irina Sundareshwara is the embodiment of superconscious expressed in the human body, playing with all his glory. Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashiva is the complete manifestation of Paramashiva and assumes the physical, subtle, light bodies as and when he wants as his divine manifestation. And he plays with all the physical realities and corrects, alters, intervenes, influences, changes, adds, removes, deletes anything in this physical plane as he likes without even reason. Irina Sundareshwara is the greatest, most unique, and complete manifestation of Paramashiva. And Sundareshwara is the embodiment of superconsciousness expressed in the human body, playing with all his glory. He came down as the most handsome form, to marry Devi Meenakshi and to administer the city of Madurai and the whole world from the Madurai Adinam. And to ensure this tradition continues to elevate humanity for millennia, Bhagavan Sundareshwara and Devi Meenakshi enthroned their direct representative and their divine energies in the form of the continuing lineage of living masters, the Guru Mahasannidhanams, with the responsibility to train and groom the kings in administration, constitution, and governance, acting as regents. They also performed the spiritual initiations on the king and the citizens of the kingdom, imparting the science of enlightenment to them. So you can see this lineage began with Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Sundareshwara and was revived by Tirunjana Sambandar, and now has been once again revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And this lineage of living masters has been this supreme discipline of the Adi Shaiva tradition has been coming down through this continuous lineage of the Guru disciple, the Adi Shaiva Guru Parampara, from time immemorial. This has been formulated for the attainment of complete liberation from the repeated phenomenon of birth and death. This supreme is its kind and concerned with the ultimate benefit of all the souls. We can go back to the previous slide, please. We can go back to the previous slide, please. We can go back to the previous slide. Yeah, we can go back. So on the 27th of April, 2012, Shri Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swamigal was formally appointed as the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailas Vanata Shamala Pita Sarvanyapita, and is the lawful successor, descendant, and inheritor, invested with all the powers, duties, obligations to perform the rituals, spiritual, religious, and customary rites vested in the Kailas Vanata Shamala Pita Sarvanyapita, and has been reviving its spiritual, religious, and linguistic epicenters to its original glory. Now we can watch a short video on the history of the Kailas Vanata Shamala Pita Sarvanyapita, the Madurai Adinam.
The ancient temple town of Madurai in southern India boasts of a 2,500-year-old history of spirituality. Historians trace Madurai's existence back to the 3rd century BC, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities of the world. Legend says that Madurai was established by the cosmic mother herself, who incarnated as Princess Meenakshi, daughter of the pious king Malayadwaja Pandian. An able queen and a fearless warrior, Meenakshi expanded her empire right up to Kailash in current China. But when she came face to face with the Lord of Kailash, Shiva himself, she recognized him as her eternal consort and dropped her arms to become Shiva's companion for life.
Along with Shiva, also known as Sundareshwara or the beautiful Lord, Meenakshi reigned over her kingdom for a glorious 166 years.
In course of time, with the rise of Jainism as a religious force, Madurai too fell to its powerful influence, and Shaivism all but vanished from the sacred kingdom where Shiva himself had once walked the earth. The renaissance of Shaivism in Madurai was the sacred task of a child incarnation, Tirunjana Sambandar, one of the 4 visionary saints of Shaiva Siddhanta tradition. The story goes that as a baby, Tirunjana Sambandar was once nourished by the milk of a cosmic mother herself. This child prodigy arrived in Madurai to effortlessly defeat the learned Jain monks with his wisdom and spiritual prowess, and restored Madurai to her beloved religion, Shaivism, by reviving the ancient Madurai Adinam temple, which had fallen to desolate ruin. Madurai Adinam is today the world's oldest living Hindu organization, with a history alone spanning a glorious 1,500 years and an unbroken lineage of illustrious pontiffs. Over the centuries, Madurai Adinam has been patronized by the likes of Tipu Sultan, Robert Nobili, and the poet saint Vallalar. The pontiff of the Madurai Adinam is known by the title Guru Mahasannidhanam and inherits the responsibility of carrying forward the traditions of Tirunjana Sambandar's sacred work.
On 27th April 2012, a new era began in the history of Madurai Adinam. The 292nd Pontiff, Srila Sri Arunagirinath Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swamigal, guided by intuition and inducement by Lord Shiva, coronated a charismatic young saint as the 293rd Pontiff of the Madurai Adinam.
An accomplished yogi, a pragmatic social visionary, and an adept in mystical sciences, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda is revered as a divine incarnation by millions worldwide. Within weeks of his ascent to the sacred throne, he brought about sweeping changes to the Adinam, including the renovation of the ancient monastery, Annadan, free food for thousands every day, medical camps, yoga classes, scriptural study, spiritual healing, and meditation programs. The traditional Adinam now has a website, and thousands participate in the morning worship and spiritual talks via live streaming and two-way video conferencing. Vast properties belonging to the Adinam are being reclaimed from illegal encroachment. Its numerous temples are being restored to sanctity, and the neighboring villages are being adopted, with basic amenities, education, and medical care being provided for all. His Holiness dreams of an authentic Vedic renaissance for which India has already waited too long.
Here, I take the commitment of making Madurai Adinam as an international religious organization. We will fulfill all the responsibilities of Madurai Adinam, make Hindu tradition, Shaiva tradition alive, revived, lived, celebrated all over the world.
With a brand new pontiff at its helm, Madurai Adinam promises to be more than just another traditional monastery, as a whole generation turns to spirituality for answers. The changes at Madurai Adinam mirror the changing role of spiritual organizations today as power centers and guiding forces, forging the enlightened government of the new world.
श्रीविद्यां शिववामभागनिलया कारमन्त्रोज्ज्वला श्रीचक्राङ्कितबिन्दु.
So today, for all of humanity, out of the billions of people on planet Earth, we are the most blessed people. For us, Sundareshwara is not a history, he is a happening. Sundareshwara Paramashiva has come down again in the form of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as Swamiji, the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, to revive Hinduism, to continue being available to all of us, playing his divine leelas, performing miracles in the lives of his devotees, attending to prayers, and continuing the legacy as the ruler of the whole Madurai kingdom. The Shamala Pita Satyanpita as the 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kailasonata Shamala Pita Satyanpita, and as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, guiding the whole of humanity. And Paramashiva assumed the physical body 11 times in Madurai just to perform his divine leela. Each action that the divine energy performs becomes an independent entity. And if you connect with that energy, he gives you the same blessing. Understand, Sundareshwara is the energy of leela, of playfulness. And now we will be entering into who is Bhagavan Sundareshwara. Now that we've understood Swamiji and how he's manifesting Bhagavan Sundareshwara, let us prepare ourselves for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the live Paramashiva Sayuja Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Sundareshwara, manifesting through the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. We'll be entering now into the preparation for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan before we enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. So Bhagavan Sundareshwara is known for all of his leelas, and all of his leelas have been recorded as in the Shiva Leela Narvat, and the Thiruvilayadal Puranam is a collection of the 64 16th century Shaivite devotional epic stories by Paramjyoti Munivar, and they describe the actions of Bhagavan Paramashiva as Sundareshwara on earth in a number of disguises to test his devotees. So each of Sundareshwara's dimensions are recorded as one of his leelas. In the Vedic tradition, we have 64 different arts, and each leader, a complete being, has to master these 64 arts. And that's even horse riding is one. Astrology, horse riding, the mastery in medicine, mastery in surgery, mastery in painting, mastery of dance. Each Leela of Sundareshwara proves his mastery on each art. And there was never, ever such an amazing imagination or visualization of the ultimate without reducing its Ananta Kalyana Gunas into the human level. So now, today, we will also be experiencing the Leelas of Bhagavan Sundareshwara and the manifestation of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. So now let us enter into the preparation for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time, Rather, darshan happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. During the Bhava Samadhi darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar, and the Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar. The brain neurons mirror and activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation. That is, our entire body, silently and without movement, reads what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The science of the Bhavasamadhi darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon modern science is just now discovering in terms as quantum tunneling. Our thoughts per second reduce significantly, and we relax into the space beyond thoughts, the thoughtlessness phase during the Bhavasamadhi darshan, becoming mentally at ease and coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. My phone just shut down. Where you go? Sorry for the technical glitch. So let us understand the science behind quantum tunneling. This same science is, we can go back to the previous slide, please. Yeah, so let us understand the science of the Bhavasmadhi Darshan. So Bhagavan Krishna describes the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. When Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jeweled wall, he was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep, indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. And after due consideration, I find the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika." The Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the science of Nijavatara, manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness, the formless, and expresses the being of Paramashiva through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the embodied form, for us to experience Paramashiva. And in the Malini Vijayota Tantra, it describes by the enlightenment, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasad, the ultimate goal and space, the Paramapadam, is attained. So, for example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as the Ninjavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Subramanya and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Bhagavan Muruga. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of the supreme concept of Hinduism. And Bhagavan Parandama expresses the being of Mahavishnu and manifests as the Nijavatara of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And when we have the Bhavasamadhi Darshan of the Nijavatara manifesting the beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in each of us. The dimension of the Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara for us to experience the same is the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the direct experience of causeless bliss, and during the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence. And our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva. The Bhavasamadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. Even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory, Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness during the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. And to have a glimpse of having the darshan of an avatar cleanses the karmas of lifetimes and creates a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels, physical, psychological, and ultimately the conscious level. Darshan meditation as a preparation helps us to fall into the space of gratitude. And it is during that time that we drop our conscious resolutions, the Satya Sankalpa of anything that we want or need in our life. Be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. That is all you need to manifest the best for your life and the lives of the people around you. So now let us sit with the right context to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Understand, with this context, you should be sitting. I know that you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are in the embodied form of the supreme concept of Hinduism. And you are in this body. You are the source for both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me. Let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of you. So now let's take a few moments to set up our Panchopachara kit. So you can go ahead and set up the sandalwood paste or powder, flowers, incense, lamp, and the Naivedyam, the food offering. And you can just take a few moments to do this before we enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. And prepare yourself to receive the Bhagavan Sundareshwara manifesting through the supreme concept of Hinduism.
Nithyanandam. I welcome all of you for today's Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sayujya Samadhi Darshan. And now let us all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra as all of us for the Paramashiva Sayujya Samadhi Darshan of Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Paramburu. The Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra is blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as an initiation, Diksha, that encompasses of all the Shaktis of the avatar. And in this process, anybody who listens to these mantras get benefited of the whole energy that sacred chant encompasses of. Just like how an avatar transmits his Shaktis, energies and powers in the form of, through the Diksha, in the form of a look, a Nayana Diksha, or a touch, the Sparsha Diksha. Similarly, an avatar births himself in the form of mantras or sacred chants and transmits his extraordinary Shaktis through that. So anyone to whom this mantra is chanted with deep restful awareness in the space of oneness, that person is bestowed with health and well-being, wealth, abundance and prosperity, and enormous fulfillment, enormous abundance and fulfillment in love and relationships. And that person is bestowed with profound intelligence and extraordinary ability to manifest all the good qualities and the best in life. The Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra is being offered on behalf of each and every one of you today to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Paramburu. Today, Kailasa's Department of Religion and Kailasa's Department of Human Services is offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra prayer service on behalf of each and every one of you here. And today, we will be offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Paramburu on behalf of each and every one of you for the following benefit. We will be offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra for each and every one of you to be healed out of all your any diseases that you're suffering from, any health issues, for the healing of psychological stress and anxiety, for you to be healed out of your addictions, for you to move out of depression, for you to move out of your pain patterns, for you to have improved career, for you to have healed relationships with spouse, family, and profession, for you to have breakthrough in wealth dimension. We pray to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva for him to protect all the children that are orphaned during the pandemic. We also pray to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva for the Atma Shanti of all the people that were affected in the landslides that had happened in Nepal. We offer our prayers to the Atma Shanti of all the Hindus that lost their lives or attacked during this conflict that is happening in Bangladesh. We offer our prayers to all the families and all the Hindus that are affected due to this persecution that they are facing in Bangladesh and various other countries. We offer prayer to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva so he can protect you from all those conflicts and he can protect you from facing any conflicts which is happening outside you, in your family or within you. We are praying to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva for you to experience increased energy and vitality, for any insecurities in you to be healed, for you to have direct or indirect, for you to have protection from direct or indirect effects of the pandemic. We pray to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva for the leadership consciousness to be awakened in you, for the healing from any genetic or inherited disorder to happen in you, and for you to experience complete completion in your muscle memory and biomemory. We pray to Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva for you to experience completion in all aspects of your life and experience deep feeling connection with Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva, and for the grace and blessings and protection of the Nijavatar of Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to always be with you. Now let's enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandvatītam Gagana Sadrisham Tatvamasyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatītam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Nithyananda Paramashivam I am taking this conscious solution today for destroying all my karma, seven sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya
Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilandakoti Brahmandanayakasya Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tirobhavanugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya. The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adimadhyantarhitasya Prameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya. The one who is the beginning, middle and end. The one who is immeasurable. Akara Ukara Makaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Vrishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamikadivatulanta Mahatantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya Sakala Nigamagamaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Swarupasya Nithyananda Padastasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Shuddha Satchidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Khandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Chakrityartham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parade Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanvantare Ashtavinshati Tame Nitya Yuge Pratame Pade Jambo Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharata Khande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shashyaha Samvatsarana Madhye Shubhanama Samvatsare Shubhayane Shubharitau Shubhamase Shubhapakshe Shubharitau Shubhavasara Yuktayam Shubhanakshatra Shubhayoga Shubhakarana Shubham Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asya Shubhaditau. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharata Khanda, the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase Kalpa Vrikshasya Nithyananda Nagare Smrita Smritanam Muktidayake Mahakshetre. Now, we request all the participants, whether you're offering this or for someone else. If you're offering for a male, kindly chant the male names now. Namadheyasya. We now request all the participants, whether you're offering for yourself or saying for a female body, please chant their names now. Namnyaha cha yajamanaamaavayoh sahakutumbanam bandhuvanam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham. For all those who are participants, hosts, send me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers, and everyone. Sarvabhishta siddhyartam sarvamangalavaptyartam uttarottaranavachinna sthiralakshmi praptyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam chintita manorathavaapyatam. Let the family always have all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samesham adhivyadi nivrityartam samesham shiradipada paryantam vidyamananam sameshu angeshu janita janishyamana sakala vidha nana vidha roganam vyapohartam tadvara rogadragatravapo siddhyartam. Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome, and a graceful body be obtained. Samesham paraikatribhesha kritakarishямana sakala vidha mantra tantra yantra vishachurna abhichara stambhana marana उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मांत्रिक प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षण प्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा समेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc.
समेषाम् अंतर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूरदृष्टि व्यापारदृष्टि अनुकूलदृष्टि प्रतिकूलदृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्टदोषनिवृत्त्यर्थम्. Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty filled eyes, effects of evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if there are well wishers, and the effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesham antashatru bahi shatru krura shatru vyapara shatru anukula shatru pratikula shatru ityadi sakalavidha shatru bhada nivrityartam. Let all the effects of inner enemies, outer enemies, fears, enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesham matrushapadhi sakalavidha shapanam vyapohanartam. Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidyavasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichivichitraso yonisho punah punaha anekadha janitva. From the time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. Kenapi punya karma visheshena bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya parimitaya kripaya idanintana Manushya janma praptavatam. Yet due to some good action with extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham niha janmani purva janmani janma janmantareshu sarvaihi kritanam shiva ninda devi ninda guru ninda dosha vyapohartam Shivaparadha, Devyaparadha, Guruvaparadha, Dosha Vyapohartam. Any kinds of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. From महत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुतल्पगमन तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमहापातकादि समस्त पाप व्यतिरिक्तार्थ let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother and a sister, others as motherly figures, associating with अपि च सर्वै बाल्ये यौवने वार्धक्ये च
Let all the karmic effects of the action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as a old age person. Let all the karmic effects done in the wakeful dream or deep sleep state. Let all the sins done through the karmendriyas, the 5 organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excretion, reproductive organs, and the jnanendriyas, the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, the minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, and more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly.
अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव स्थिति परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness, and let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained.
कुटुंबे सर्वदा सन्मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम अन्योन्य प्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम पूर्णत्व सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वापनिवृत्त्यर्थम.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed.
व्यापारे उद्योगे सर्वजन वशीकरणार्थम तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नत स्थान प्राप्त्यर्थम. Let your
charisma impress everyone in the business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position.
भोजन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम.
Extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, trains, and all the comforts related to worldly life.
आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोष पीडा निवारणार्थम आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां आनुकूल्यता सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
न्यन्तरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कुष्मांड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम.
Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on the planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma, Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, the class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, the kind of female demon be removed.
मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थम.
Let the mental confusion and worry be removed.
आरब्धे कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थम.
Let all the obstacles be removed with regards to action done or going to be done related to God, world, and spirituality.
ऋण निवारणार्थम धन लक्ष्मी धान्य लक्ष्मी संतान लक्ष्मी सौभाग्य लक्ष्मी विद्या लक्ष्मी शौर्य लक्ष्मी वीर लक्ष्मी विजय लक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा.
All the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, Valdhanya Lakshmi, food and grain, Santana Lakshmi, offering, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune, Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veera Lakshmi, heroism, Vijay Lakshmi, success be showered.
परीक्षासु उन्नत स्थाने विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम सर्व विद्या पारंगता सिद्ध्यर्थम मेधा शक्ति ग्रहण शक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम.
Let the top rank be opened in the examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge. Let memory, power, understanding, ability be increased.
इत्यादि सकलविध सन्मंगलानि गुरु कृपा कटाक्षेन प्राप्त्यर्थम.
By the grace of Guru, let all the auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ़.
The one who has ascended the Madurai Adinam Shyamala Peetham, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa.
श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वर भिन्न स्वरूप परशिव पुत्र रत्न कुमार.
The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva.
गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे.
The young boy who's the gem amongst gurus and the unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the Dravida Veda, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas.
श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चित्रश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त विरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान
By the quadrangular palanquin made of Lucy, by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by the musical instruments, Ambarla Chamaram, the sacred symbols of worship, adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the sense of enlightenment by and been accepted by all the kings as a supreme ruler.
सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्याप वर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी.
The shower of Videha Mukti and the immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all the people, the one who creates with protecting leader, the roaring lion and the trumpeting elephant for other religions.
शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षण नरहर ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ.
Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Raja Guru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Raja Guru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of ignorance, the creator and the reviver of Shaivism.
सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगत गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुदित श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तरजितम गुरुमासन्निधान.
One who is the ruler of the Sarvagnya Pita, the seat of omniscience, who the avatar of such above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Sri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundara and Manika Vachaka Swami, who the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shambha Pita Mahasamsthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, who the one who ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana.
अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvagnya Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara.
कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रैत्रिंशदुत्तर दिशतम गुरु महासन्निधान.
One who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita as the 233rd Pontiff Guru Mahasannidhanam in the lineage of Kailasa.
धर्म नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासमस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ.
The creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festive and having the attracting energy of enriching.
साक्षात् श्री परमेश्वर समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनिक्ष्वाकुर चंद्र भगीरथ श्री रामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राताम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि. साक्षात् श्री परमेश्वर समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर.
1008 Sri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila.
साक्षात् श्री परमेश्वर सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवचन पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर.
1008 Sri Atala Pitadeshwara of Atala Pita, which has an unbroken lineage of content starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Kanas and who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself.
धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान.
The 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarna Pita.
कैलास परंपरागत आदि पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु.
The Jagat Guru of Adi Pita Sarvagnya Pita.
श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद जगत गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम.
The one who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis, the embodiment of the pure truth consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one who is established in the super consciousness.
तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजयायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं मम समस्तदुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलवाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमेश्वर प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यमुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं च श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतारभूतस्य सर्वदेवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजां प्रार्थनां करिष्ये। ओम आनन्दगन्धनिलयाय नमः। ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः। ओम कल्पतरवे नमः। ओम पशुपतये नमः। ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः। ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः। ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः। ओम आधिर्व्याधिविनाशकाय नमः। ओम समस्तकल्याणगुणान्विताय नमः। ओम विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ओम श्रीकैलासपतये नमः। ओम शिवशक्तैक्यस्वरूपाय रूपाय नमः। ओम ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः। ओम हां हौं शिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमेश्वर अवतारभूत श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। Now, as each and every one of us just heard, and as each and every one of us are reverberating with the sacred chants of the Paramashivoham mantra, let us all get ready to receive Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Paramburu. And let us meditate upon the Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva. Please sit straight, put your head, neck and spine in a straight line, bringing your entire awareness into your Ananda Ganga, your being center. Let's get ready to receive the darshan of Irenar Sundareshwara Paramashiva Paramburu. Please sit, the head, neck and spine straight, close your eyes and start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda